Hi there guys, Sam here. You joined me for another video in the Mk7 Fiesta ST, just to go through the top 3 reasons of why you should buy a Mk7 Fiesta ST. So I'll get straight into the video. So yeah, you join me once again for another video. It's an absolutely horrible, wet, miserable Saturday morning here in the UK. Yeah, probably not the worst thing that we're all in quarantine, because we'd all be inside anyway. Yeah, and you join me in our Mk7 Fiesta ST, our Molten Orange ST3, our 2016 version. And I've done videos on this in the past, and there's also plenty of other content on my channel, organised in quite a few playlists, a bit of Focus RS content, a bit of general fast forward content, Fiesta ST, a lot on my Mk7 Golf R, a lot on the upcoming Mark 8 Golf R, a bit on Porsche as well. The GT4 RS looks pretty cool, so yeah, plenty to check out there. So please do check those videos out after you've reviewed this one. And thanks as always so much for the support and the subscriptions. I think I've had an extra 49 subscribers in the last sort of 20-25 days, so thanks so much for that, and thank you for joining the channel. It's a bit of a community channel, so please feel free to get involved in the comments. That's the way I kind of like this channel, to be honest with you, and thanks so much for supporting it. So yeah, I'll go straight into my top 3 reasons. So number 1 is price, is affordability. This car from new was a very cheap and affordable car. In the UK, for a spec, for example, like this, a top of the range version, you're looking sort of around £18,000–19,000 at the time. Today, for example, we purchased this car around 3 years ago now, and we paid about £13,000 for it. Even in the used market today, we're on 18th of April 2020, you know, they're trending from anywhere from around the £10,000 mark, depending which one you get. If you go for like a 2013 one, you can get them for as low as 8,000. If you go for a sort of 2017 top of the range ST200, you can be paying sort of £13,000–14,000, but still really, really affordable. Now, I had a Spirit Blue ST2 Fiesta ST in 2013. I had that brand new, and I had that for 4 years. And affordability and price was the biggest thing. Fuel economy, it's really, really good. The best, you know, I manage 55 miles per gallon at times, and most of the time I'm in the 40s. And even if you're absolutely thrashing it, you're rarely ever going to go below sort of 35–36 miles per gallon. Compare that to the Golf R, where, to be honest, on a cruise, you know, you're lucky to kind of get sort of 40 miles per gallon. You know, we had plenty of services in this car as well with Ford. You know, I changed the brakes and the discs all round. On my one for Pagids, did the same for this. Tyres, everything is so cheap and affordable. And because it's just a Fiesta, there's parts everywhere. Millions of these cars were sold in the UK. And as a result of that, parts are quite interchangeable. A lot of the body kit on this car is very similar to what was called the ZTEC S, and now the ST line of sort of the model below. So really, it's all really cost effective. Insurance is also quite good, although they do have a little bit of a high risk of being stolen, these, unfortunately. Yeah, that's definitely my number 1 point, because it just makes a car more enjoyable, the fact that you can save a lot more money in your pocket and still have a great car. Number 2 is it's fun. If you're a car enthusiast like me, you want a car to go out in and have a good time in. And this car is by far the most enjoyable car I've ever driven on the road. Just by far. Nothing beats it. Some things can potentially equal it, but nothing really beats it for me. It's small, it's agile, it's got sophisticated suspension, it's you know, it corners flat. It's brilliant. It's got more than enough power. 200 brake horsepower in a car that weighs just over a ton is pretty good. It makes a great noise. It sounds good from the outside. The sound symposer kind of adds to the drama. You can absolutely chuck this car around and it'll always put a smile on your face. The seats are really body hugging, you know, they fit me really, really well, fit a lot of people very well because it's a popular car. Yeah, and you can throw this car around and you will have a smile on your face. And the best part of it all, you can absolutely rev this car to the red line and you're not breaking the speed limit. You know, it's a really, really enjoyable little performance car, particularly in sort of like British back roads, or in a country where you are, where it's quite tight, quite narrow. If you're up in the middle of nowhere, this is a real great car to have. And I have got like a fun drive video on this one, if you'd like to check that on the link above. Yeah, to kind of show you how fun it actually really is on those kind of roads. Number 3, my final point, is actually Practicality. It's a normal Fiesta. It will do normal Fiesta things. It will fit 4 or 5 people. Okay, it's a little bit cramped, but it will do it. You can do the shopping in it. You can do the commute in it. You can go on trips in it. You know, I got a mountain bike in here, my other half's bike in here, you know, a week's worth of sort of clothes and stuff, and it fit in no problem. There's sort of things you can do because it doesn't have a... My last Fiesta ST didn't have a space saver spare wheel, so we just used that as an extra luggage compartment, basically. So for us, it works really, really well. Now, in the UK, they only actually came in 3 doors for quite a long time. It was only sort of in the last year of the Mk7 Fiesta ST's lifespan that it came in 5 doors. And that's quite a little rare car to find, so do try and seek that out, because that would add to the practicality, gives a bit more light into the cabin as well, and you don't really lose any of the fun side. And you get a bit more of a limited run car, really. The only thing that does slightly let it down on sort of like the practicality kind of side of things is the ride is firm. You just have to accept that. It actually got a little bit better when they did a revision. They essentially, in the UK, developed the ST200. In order to justify the cost into that car, they implemented it into all models from 2016 and onward. So, for example, this Fiesta ST has actually got slightly more supple suspension, shorter gearing, a few little tweaks that you never really think of, even compared to my sort of 2013 Fiesta ST. So you can certainly use it, and if you're in a country where the roads are really, really smooth, you'll have absolutely no problems. If you're in the UK, yeah, it's a little bit challenging, but nothing you can't get used to. The seats do help on the practicality front. So yeah, those are my 3 main reasons why you should buy a Mk7 Fiesta ST. You know, most of us are all stuck in quarantine. You know, when we get the chance to get out of this and go on a nice fun drive, or to have a car as your daily commute, I'd say go for this one. I've got videos on this Fiesta ST. I've got a little bit of a playlist on it as well if you want to check out those videos. And yeah, I'm a big fast forward fan, and this is one of the best fast forwards I've ever driven. In my mind, it kind of warrants an RS badge, but I'm kind of glad it doesn't, because that keeps the price down without sort of losing the absolute enjoyment that this car can give you. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Drop a comment if you've got a Fiesta ST, or if you want to know a little bit more about ours. And yeah, please subscribe. Plenty more content to come. Plenty more of my Golf R and sort of the latest news as well. Yeah, stay safe. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.